with the new game is put you in the middle of a disaster. So there's lots of games that do destruction. You know, you can blow holes in walls, all that kind of stuff. That's not what we mean. What's good for us is it's a disaster as a theme. So basically, if you've seen Towering Inferno or Cloverfield Without the Monster, all that sort of stuff, we really want you to feel like you're in the middle of an active disaster. You know, a lot of games you feel like you get there 5 minutes after all the cool stuff happened. In our game, all the disaster will be live. So we'll show you that in a moment. Also, little things people can notice straight off the bat. The masks come up in the new game. In the first game, there were these great iconic sort of killing machines. In the new game, when they're not in combat, the masks come up, which gives us the ability to have sort of more dynamic range in there and tell a story. So without further ado, let's show you what the destruction looks like. The other big concept in the game is obviously co-op, and what we're trying to do with that is focus on organic co-op. What that means is you can see here if the guy slides in the cover, he automatically throws his shoulder into it. If you stand next to a door, you'll automatically take cover. So we're really trying to get that as organic and automatic as possible, so we don't have a button-based cover system. But what it means is no matter how average a player you are, you'll always look awesome in the game, which is good fun. Also, all the co-op moves you can perform in the game, you can perform at any time. We just blew up. Now we're back. Glories of playing over internet connections. So any move you perform in the game, you can perform at any time. And the idea is that opens up strategies for the other player. So, for instance, we'll show you a new move in a minute, mock surrender, some other different moves, which allow the player you're playing with to do different things. For us, really, co-op is not a mode, it's not an extra mode, it's core to the experience. Another new feature coming through here is the idea of pre-combat. So if we're going to put you in the middle of a disaster and it's going to be in Shanghai and it's going to just happen, we're going to have civilians in the environment. So what you can do here is you see a bunch of this invading force interrogating some civilians, and you as a player need to make a decision. Who are you in this world? Are you the sort of person that kills all the civilians and makes jokes about it, or are you the kind of people who take care, give orders to your partner appropriately, and save these people? We tried to put choice in every element in the game. So here you can see he ordered his buddy to go grab that guy as a hostage. He was the superior officer, so the other guy surrendered. And now you can even go up and tie him up. If you wanted to, you could execute him, but again, it's asking that question of who are you, and who are you when nobody's watching. Civilians in our game are basically, they're almost like currency in the sense that if you save them, you'll get new weapon parts, cash, sometimes information, which goes back into the medium to long-term gameplay. Like I said before, co-op is integral to our game. There's no way to avoid it. You can't get through the game without playing with your buddy. So a situation here, for instance, you go up, you find a locked door. You need to boost your buddy over in order to unlock it from the other side. But what happens is when he gets up there, he sees another hostage lineup on the other side that you can't see. So he needs to use a new feature we're calling, the co-op playbook to tag those guys for you. You can see here Matt's aiming at them. In the top right window, you can see your partner aiming at the other guy. So by timing it correctly, you can save the civilian. The cool thing there is also there's shoot through, so any surface you see that looks like it can be shot through, you can shoot through. So that was wood, obviously that worked. And now the partner will come down over the other side and let him out. The whole game's set in Shanghai. I think I mentioned that before. For us, really, it's a personal story. It's a co-op game. The story that's interesting to tell is the story of you and your buddy and how you get through this problem. Lots of games are about saving the world. We like to think ours is more about saving yourselves.
They're kind of the mercenaries, right? They're way into the money.
Exactly, and that's great because it gives you the opportunity to say, like we say, who are you? Are you good guys or bad guys? They don't represent the government. They don't represent an army. You are two individuals in an event that's much bigger than you. There's another one called Mock Surrender. You can see the right. Matt's surrendered, and up in the top right, his partner AI has realized what Matt's doing and is helping him out by sniping. These situations, these pre-combat moments, give you the opportunity to avoid them pulling in reinforcements. So basically, it makes it a lot easier for you as a player if you execute these effectively. This last little bit we'll do in the demo is basically, a big combat moment. Obviously, the game at its heart is still epic combat, blowing everything up. And we really want people to feel like the through-the-gun experience has come to the next level. So We're also trying to take you. You hear the you hear the voiceover mention the Shanghai Zoo. We're trying to stay away from cliched environments, no warehouses, no docks, no crate factories. So we'll be taking you through Shanghai Zoo and some other places you really shouldn't be shooting automatic weapons. So I think players are going to be really excited.
I can tell you that the players are definitely excited because the emails have just been flooding in since we've been talking. Do you mind if I throw some user questions your way?
Awesome.
Alexander Goodman out of Trollheim wants to know, can you still buy new masks and gear?
Weapon customization is huge for us this time. We call it Lego with guns. And basically means that any part of any gun can be recombined with any other gun. And we've also added hundreds of new parts over the top of that. Everything from high-tech new devices all the way down to Coke bottle silencers and bayonets that you might find on the ground. So you can do more customization, I think, with the guns than any other game out there. At the same time, we're not doing the armor stuff because we want the guys to feel like they're in the middle of a disaster. As time passes in the game, they'll get more and more beaten up. So we don't want you customizing their gear, but we really are going to the next level with the guns.
Danny Morgan from London wants to know, the camera in the first Army of Two was kind of hard when attacking people in really close combat. What has been done to solve this problem, you guys?
Yeah, lots of things. So we simplified the controls a lot, which was key to us. So now you have a melee button available at all times. You have a grenade button available at all times. So you don't have that automatic melee anymore on fire. So you can basically choose to shoot them at close range or melee on yourself. So I think there won't be any problems there anymore, which is great.
Leon Lim out of Malaysia wants to know, will there be vehicles like in the first game?
We decided early on that we really wanted to focus on making the gunplay and the characters as powerful as possible and put all of our energy there. So we're not actually going to have any vehicles in the new game.
This comes from Ryan Alex in Erlanger. He said he noticed on his connection he had some trouble sometimes with the speed and I guess the servers themselves. Have you guys seen that and addressing it now?
Well, we've been EA's always evolving their online service, so I think this time it should be fine. We're also, just so that everyone knows, we're addressing the problem of America not being able to play against Europe. So this time everyone all around the world will be able to play together, which we're really excited about.
Gavin Byrne at Ireland, he wants to know, what exactly is that gauge at the top of the screen there?
Right, so that's an aggro meter. And what that means is, in the game, we talk about organic co-op. We want all of these elements to be available to players all the time. So as you sit down, as Matt shoots like crazy, he pulls more and more attention to himself, which means it again opens up a strategy for your partner. So you can sit there with a really, really big gun, firing like crazy. You'll pull all the attention to you, and your partner can flank or snipe or sneak up and sneak kill some characters as well.
This one, I'll give this one to Chris Niles. A few of the folks are definitely asking about control schemes. You guys do any fundamental differences in the way the game controls or plays?
We simplified everything. So, the new controls basically are pretty standard, same as, if you played any other shooter out there. I think you'll be familiar. Nothing's more than one button press away. So as I mentioned before, grenades on one button, melee's on one button. So I think the controls are super simple and super clean. I'm really happy. One thing worth mentioning, actually, is that because it's an automatic cover system, if you've ever played a cover game where you get sucked into cover,
all the time.
Yeah, we've solved that problem in our game, at least, by if you hold down A and you move to sprint, you'll automatically vault objects or run through objects. But if you release close to cover, you'll automatically slide in. So we feel it's very fluid and very simple.
Nice. Matthew Skingle out of the UK wants to know, will the guitar taunt still be in the game?
Which one? The guitar?
The guitar taunt?
So I'm a big fan of that. I am too.